What's up, guys? It's TDZ, and I know I'm late on the video, but I'm gonna be giving you guys my opinion on the new Total Drama season. Anyway, I've got some news, and it's not 100% accurate, but it's the closest we've got, and that's the first thing I want to lean into in this video. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the names. So let's lean into the names right now. Alright guys, so these are what the names are supposed to be. So these are what I'm going to be going off of for this video. Now if I get new information, I'll update you guys on that. But let's talk about the first character, which is Priya. I'm loving the name, and I love the character overall. She just looks interesting, and she kind of gives me Lindsay vibes. But yeah, Millie, she looks like a cool character, maybe the leader of her group. And I'm also expecting these to be the teams as well. That's really all I have to say about her. Let's just get on to the next character, which is Ripper. He kind of looks devious in this picture here. And the thing is, I think he could be the main villain or secondary main villain. So that's all I really have to say about him. I expect good things from him. I really hope he's not first boot, because then I'm going to feel like a complete fool. Let's just move on to the next character, which is Damien. He looks pretty cool. He looks sort of like a rapper, gives you rapper vibes, maybe a basketball player, something of that nature, like a jock. And the next character we have up is Axel. Now, Axel, I think, is a very interesting name, and this female is also the one that I think could be the main villain, if not Ripper. Alright, so the next character that we got for their team is Chase. Now, Chase looks like a pretty cool character, kind of reminds me of Mike. I feel like he's going to be a likable character, but yeah, let's get on to the next character, which is Z. Now, my first opinion on Z was purely that he was going to be annoying, sort of like Leonard. But that's all for Z. After Z, we got Scary Girl. Now, she's another character that people thought could be the main villain, but I think she's more going to be like Crimson, probably, and maybe with a tiny bit of Izzy mixed in. Kind of bring a new personality to the table, and I think she'll probably get far, but I don't know about winning or not. But yeah, Scary Girl, that's all I really have to say about her. I do like her character design though. Like, the character design is just amazing. Caleb, he reminds me of Ryan, and a lot of people seem to say that as well. But I feel like he, like, in a way, try to be manipulative, but like not main villain sort of way, just like cocky and arrogant. So Nichelle, she looks like a pretty cool character. That's all I really have to say about Nichelle right now. So let's move on to the next character, which is Julia, and she looked like sort of Heather mixed with Bridget. And now let's just move on to the next character, Bowie. I don't really have much to say about the character. I think he'll be another comedic relief character, just someone to bring comedy to the show. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about him for now. Now, the next characters are, as you can see, they have similar t-shirts, Wayne and Raj. Wayne kind of reminds me of Tyler, so I feel like he's gonna kind of be the show's punching bag like Tyler. You know how Tyler was always getting hurt. And I really like that, the hockey shirts that they have on, meaning that they do play out for the same team and they know each other before they came here. But yeah, anyway, that's enough about Wayne. Now Raj. He looks cool. He looks like a pretty cool character. That's all I have to say for Raj right now. So let's move on to the next character. Now, this next character I have a little bit of doubt on, Emma. Because we already have an Emma in the Total Drama universe that is canon, because of course there's characters who participated in Total Drama in the Reductionist race. But the only thing is, they don't really have a connection because they've never met. No one that they've met ever met the other Emma. So like, there's no connection to them as of right now. But Emma just looks like a smart character, kind of like the nerd of the group. Probably the one always giving strategies, which some like sort of like how B did. Just not, she's not silent about it. And she's not stuck up or feels arrogant like Noah, how Noah did in season 1. And the fact that I just related Emma and Noah, if you catch what I just meant, what I said, then yeah, comment down below if you really understood what I just said. But yeah, then here's the last character, which is MK. Now, at first I was confused about the name, like MK, but then I realized it's just initials, just like DJ. She has an Ezekiel hat, looking hat, so at first I was thinking she might be first boot, but now that I'm looking at her again, she looks like she could make it further, but she looks like she can make it past merge, because she reminds me of Beth. How Beth was not a threat at all, and she used that to get her all the way to the finale. Okay, and now that we went over all the characters, I'm gonna go over who I think 2 potential winners are. Okay guys, so the people I think are probably most likely gonna be winners are Caleb and maybe I mean, I'm not fond of the idea of Millie being a finalist, but I want it to be a boy-girl finale because, you know, Fresh TV is really fond of doing the boy-girl finales, but really, I don't see any of the female cast to be, like, winner status. Now, some of them look like they could be a potential winner, but not in their first season. I think they would need some way and much earned character development that I don't think you can get in 13 episodes, which, as you can see, 26 half hours. But I think a character who, I think it could be a flip-flop. I think she could be like 4th or finalist, and that would be Scary Girl. Just because out of everybody here, out of all the girls at least, she's the one who looks like she has the chance the most. Now, hear me out. I would definitely say Axel, but I don't want to because I have a really strong feeling that she's going to be the main antagonist, and if she is the main antagonist and the main villain, then most likely she's gonna catch the 3rd placement just like Heather. So I feel like Axel will be getting the 3rd place treatment if she is the main villain. Now, if she's not the main villain and she just is a normal character, I hope they make her like Eva, but better, because Eva had a ton of potential that they just threw out the window by never putting her back in another 12 drama season. Now she's the main villain. I hope they do her like Heather. But anyway, I think most likely it will be Scary Girl and Caleb. And 3rd place would clearly be Axel, if she is the main villain. And then 4th, I don't know, I feel like a good 4th place would probably be Damien, just because he looks like a good 4th place. He looks pretty cool. 4th place looks like a cool placement for him. And then 5th, I feel like, would be Millie. I feel like Millie would make it far, but not far enough to make it to the finale. So, as you guys know about the new Total Drama season, there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff. They're going to be doing new things. Number 1, like TikToking challenges and other new things to make it more this, make it seem more like this time. But they're also adding 2 LGBTQ characters, and they're going to have a relationship within the season. Now, there's a lot of speculation on who it could be, but the 2 people who I'm seeing the most is Caleb and Bowie. Now, Bowie, I feel like, is definitely a heavy candidate, and I think it would be Bowie too. And I don't disagree with any of them being Caleb too. So I feel like it would be Caleb and Bowie as the 2 LGBTQ characters. So yeah, and then if it's not males, and it's females, then I feel like it would be MK and maybe Priya. But now I wasn't able to get a lot. I was only able to get one picture, but I was able to find some fan art. And after I pull up the fan art, I want to know your guys' opinions. I'm going to go over my opinion on the fan art, and then I'll close over the video. So, as you can see, the characters that is on this fan art photo is Axel, Emma, Ripper, Scary Girl, and Wayne. So we see Ripper kind of like thinking, and if he was a possible main villain, like, he definitely can play the part. If he acts like Noah, he could definitely play the part. But yeah, I feel like if he could be a better Noah, then he could be a main villain to its peak. Then we got Axel in the corner, just like why am I hanging with these weirdos? Sort of like how Gwen was, and then eventually came around. Maybe something like that. And then we got Scary Girl in the background, just looking scary, creepy, crazy, however you want to call it. We don't really know anything about all that. And then we have Emma down here in the corner, just chilling, looking all happy. And then we got Wayne, who is just laughing. Now I don't know what he's laughing at. Maybe he's laughing at Scary Girl. But yeah, I want to thank Mystic Dreamcatcher for getting us those names. Yeah, go subscribe to him, because that was a big help. But also, he said something that he was talking about in his Discord that relates to Scary Girl, is maybe he's seen this was a theory that someone had. Maybe every time she goes to say her name, something bleeps it out, like a boat horn, or Chris making an announcement, or Chris just shouting out in the middle of her comment. So like, she never actually gets to say her name, because when she says it, it's always blurted out by something else, something annoying to that nature, and we never get to figure out her real name, and it kind of like leaves us in suspense, you know, something like that. But yeah, this fan art photo, it's a random 5 to pick, and I wonder why whoever made this picked these 5 to make the photo of, and if this somehow has any relation to the series itself. I would like to see how these 5 interact, mainly just because I feel like Wayne would more try to get along with everybody, but you know, two of the people on here I feel like would not want to try and interact, which would be Ripper and Axel. Axel would more, if Axel was the main villain, I think she would more try to only interact only to make an alliance or get him eliminated. And then Ripper, I feel like he's just antisocial to a point, because I feel like he's lazy, sort of. And I feel like he's like antisocial. If he talks to him, he'll like be kind of like, why are you talking to me? But he's not going to say it out loud, because I feel like he's going to play it smart and just like sort of like get himself out of the situation somehow. Emma, on the other hand, I think would probably talk to Wayne and embrace his friendship with open arms, while Scary Girl, she might just react to it in a completely out of left field way that would make Wayne kind of like back off on trying to be friends with her. And that's how I felt like these 5 characters would interact, all with Wayne specifically. I just picked him, and mostly because he has the, besides Scary Girl, he has like the biggest face. I feel like it would be the same for if any of the characters are trying to interact with Ripper or Axel. They would try to avoid it to the best of their ability, but I think eventually they would start teaming up with somebody, because they can't win without having some alliances. I feel like they are going to be the main villain and secondary villain, and the main villain being Axel and the secondary villain being Ripper. I hope, at least, I really hope, because these 2 characters really caught my eye in a way. Another character that caught my eye was Scary Girl. I feel like those three will be probably my top favorites. And surprising how they would all be in this photo, which was really weird, but yeah. So that's all for the video, because I don't think I have anything else to say. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
My mom is important to me and nobody above her, else is more than a friend. I treat him like my brother. Got different parents, a brother from another mother. My sister left my nephew, and for that I love her. Don't speak on the name, you don't know what that means to me. Trying to make Pop proud, yeah, that's always been a dream to me. I'll carry on a legend, greatness is what they see from me. Keep granddad in my heart, and one day I'ma get that green for me. Don't get me wrong, my dad is not who I dream to be. He made mistakes, he don't want that to be what they see from me.